Hey, hello, everybody. My name is David Royer. I'm the founder of the American Network of Financial Education and the author of the Top 10 IRA Mistakes, and I am going to be hosting today's broadcast. I want to thank you all for being on today and welcome. This webinar is going to run close to 30 minutes, and it is going to be recorded. So if you get interrupted, you can email me, and we can get the recording right out to you. During the presentation, you're going to be muted, so if you have any questions, just type them in the question box on your screen. Or you can call me after the broadcast is over. You can see my direct line there is 214-705-0124, or you can email me at david@irakeys.com, irakeys.com. There's a couple of quick things that I want to share with you before we get into the marketing system. And also, I have an exciting new opportunity for those that don't have a securities license. It's a major game changer that can substantially increase your annuity sales, and that's going to be coming up after a few words about what's going on in our economy today. We all know that our world has changed, and like so many other businesses, we've been forced to market differently. For many of us in the financial services industry, beginning in 2020 through today, have been challenging years. And if we want a different outcome moving forward, we need to do some things differently. Now, the market is a bit unstable, interest rates are still high, and inflation is still well above the 2% target. Government has printed trillions of dollars to prevent an all-out economic meltdown. And many economists and other experts are predicting a long overdue market correction, so your senior clients and prospects could be caught in the middle of what could be a financial meltdown, and they need your advice. Many of your prospects have lost tens of thousands of dollars in their 401ks and other retirement plans. So there's never been a better time to help them move some of their retirement money into annuities that guarantee they will never lose money or income, no matter what happens in the markets. Today, I'm going to go over 2 turnkey IRA 401k rollover marketing systems so that you can decide if this is something that will help your clients find financial safety and help you grow your business during these extraordinary times we're living in. The first one's going to be a virtual marketing system that's 100% plug and play. You enroll in the program and work the appointments it generates. Everything is pre-recorded and studio quality. We're also going to talk about the successful comeback of live and in-person workshops. Now, this is something brand new. I'm going to introduce to you a sales process that is unique to our marketing systems. Our representative will get on the call or Zoom meeting with you and your prospect and help you close the annuity or life sale, and you get 100% of the commission. So stay until the end. I'm going to go over the details of how this works and how one agent moved over $3.5 million in just 30 days. So with that, let's get started. The name of my company is DLCA Enterprises, and we are committed to your having IRA rollover success. It's all about selling more annuities, life insurance, and managed money to owners of qualified accounts, including IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, TSPs, on our marketing platforms. Now, today, I'm going to share 2 successful marketing platforms. The first one's going to be a virtual appointment generating system, which is 100% plug and play. And we're also going to spend some time going over the comeback of live in-person workshops. Now, both of these are based on the best-selling book, Top 10 IRA Mistakes and How to Avoid IRA Tax Traps. Before we get into the virtual leads or live workshops, I want to give you some reasons why you may want to focus your practice in the qualified market arena. So the big question is, why focus on the qualified market? Well, here's a lot of reasons. 401k plans have replaced defined benefit pension plans. There's 10,000 boomers that are making IRA, 401k rollover decisions every day. And most boomers' 401k plans are the biggest investment that they own. Most 401k, 403b, and TSP plans allow for what is called an in-service rollover at age 59 and a half, which means at age 59 and a half, they can roll out of those plans into an IRA and continue to make contributions and continue to enjoy company matching funds. We also have 4,000 seniors turning 73 every day going into forced distribution without a formal distribution plan. There's approximately $38 trillion in Americans' retirement accounts, according to the Investment Company Institute. And according to LIMRA, the IRA rollover market will increase to over $700 billion this year. So getting back to the question, why focus on the qualified market? It's because that's where the opportunity is. And I'll give you some more reasons. Over 50 million people have lost or left their jobs, and they can move their 401k now, even if they're under 59 and a half. Most boomers will retire with only a 401k, IRA, and Social Security. And because of that, IRA and 401k plans are the hot buttons for boomers. And boomers represent the majority of the retirement market. So again, why focus on the qualified market? It's because that's where the retirement market is growing. Now, this chart came from the Investment Company Institute. And if we go all the way back to 2010, we'll learn that there was approximately $18 trillion in these qualified accounts. Fast forward 14 years to 2024, that number has increased to over 38 trillion. So the total amount of money in qualified retirement plans is approximately $38 trillion at the end of Q4 in 2023. Now, this next chart shows the number of individuals age 65 and over. It goes all the way back to 1900, but it's projected through the year 2030. And as you can see, it's growing rapidly. Over 10,000 boomers are turning 65 every day. They are making decisions about rolling over their IRAs, 401k, 403b, and TSP plans. And again, according to LIMRA, over $700 billion in IRA rollovers will occur this year. I believe this is the biggest event in the history of the financial services industry. We have $38 trillion in retirement savings rolling over at the rate of $700 billion annually. But the big question is this: who is moving this money? Who is moving that $700 billion? Well, according to the Secure Retirement Institute, they are predicting an increase of money moving from defined contribution plans to IRAs. Also, individuals aged 65 through 75 were more likely to consult with a financial professional, with 56% of respondents having done so prior to rolling a balance, and the majority citing their financial professional was the most influential person with whom they spoke. Now, here's another chart depicting individuals with whom investors discussed an individual whom had the greatest influence. And as you can see at the very top is financial professionals with over 50%. And again, this is according to the Secure Retirement Institute. Now, where the qualified money is just as important as how much there is. And what we learned from the Investment Company Institute, 47% of that $38 trillion is currently in mutual funds. An additional 36% is in other securities. 10% is in banks and thrifts, and only 8% is held in the form of annuity reserves with insurance companies. So if you add together the 47% in mutual funds with the 36% in other securities, you will see that 83% of that $38 trillion is at risk on Wall Street. And that creates a tremendous opportunity for annuity producers, life producers, and managed money producers. This is all about your becoming the IRA rollover expert in your market area on a virtual platform. How do you get your message in front of qualified prospects who have large IRAs, 401ks, and other qualified retirement accounts? How do you attract these prospects and capture these large IRA, 401k rollover accounts? And how do you become the expert in in-service 401k rollovers after age 59 and a half? But most importantly, it's about how you use IRA and 401k rollover opportunities to grow your business. The big question is this: how do I get in front of qualified prospects who have large IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, TSPs, and other qualified accounts during this unprecedented time? So a little bit of background. Back in March of 2020, COVID hit, the venues closed, the workshops stopped. So we immediately started vetting companies that said they could take our workshops to a virtual platform. And during this vetting process, we looked for 5 things. Number 1, is it cost effective? And we learned that most of them charge well over $5,000 monthly. Number 2, is it easy for you to use? Number 3, is it easy for consumers to respond? 4, what data do you get from the leads? And 5, are they using the latest technology? Here's what we learned. They were too expensive. They ranged between $4,500 and $7,000 just for the use of their platform. And we noticed they were cookie cutter platforms that don't work for our very unique message. We saw low quality leads, and in some cases, they were sold to more than one advisor. And the cost is well over today $300 per lead. So our appointment generation system was built from the ground up. We built a custom platform for our pre-recorded virtual workshop, and we used the latest technology. The Top 10 IRA Mistakes Virtual Consumer Workshop, based on the best-selling book, Top 10 IRA Mistakes and How to Avoid IRA Tax Traps. So we're going to go through the two appointment setting systems. We're going to start with the virtual, the plug-and-play system, and then we're going to spend a few minutes talking about live in-person workshops. Appointment setting system 1 is 100% virtual. It's 100% plug and play. Everything is pre-recorded and automated. The complete IRA 401k virtual system includes the following: targeted Facebook ads. We're looking for people ages 59 and a half and older through age 75. It's completely plug and play. The virtual workshop and all the consumer videos have been pre-recorded. You simply enroll in the program and work the appointments that appear on your calendar. The virtual system develops leads 24/7, and all leads are telemarketed and pre-qualified. Now, that's very important because, ladies and gentlemen, today, a lot of people don't answer their phone. You will never receive a lead that we could not reach by phone. We also provide first call scripts, message scripts, and a complete sales process. Now, the way we develop the leads is we use rotating Facebook ads in your area. And as you can see, these ads are sponsored by the American Network of Financial Education. And what we're offering is a free copy of my book, Top 10 IRA Mistakes and How to Avoid IRA Tax Traps. We also have video ads that were done by consumers. And I want to read this comment from this particular consumer. I recently retired and I thought I knew everything about IRAs, 401ks, and the market. But this little book is packed full of useful information and things I didn't know, and it's going to make a difference in how I have my retirement plan set up. Once they click on the ad and they decide they want the book, it's going to take them to a form, and you'll notice we get full information, their names, their email address, their cell number, their full address. But at the bottom, they also have to tell us what is their primary retirement concern. Once they complete the form for the free book, then it goes to our telemarketers. Now, the telemarketer's job is to do three things. One is to pre-qualify the leads. We want to make sure that we never send you a lead to somebody that doesn't answer the phone. And they're going to develop more information about their areas of concern. For example, it could be Roth conversion, too much risk, 401k rollover, tax-free income, guaranteed income for life. And they're also going to develop asset information. How much money do you have in your IRA and 401k balances? What are your total retirement assets? Anything about other retirement plans. They're going to get their age. They're going to find out if they're retired or still working. And if they are still working, what is their anticipated retirement date? And the point I'm making is we're going to develop a lot of information, and this information now becomes a springboard into your conversation with that prospect. Then the telemarketer's final goal is to book an appointment on your calendar software, and you'll receive the lead via email. And you'll notice here at the bottom, it says, I will answer any questions or concerns regarding your retirement and start the planning process. Please provide me as much information as you feel comfortable with. It will have your name and photo right up here in the left-hand corner. Now, after the telemarketing, we send them a 25-minute recorded workshop. This is me walking them through the highlights of the book and all of the critical information that they need to know. The reason we do this is, ladies and gentlemen, there are some people that would just rather watch the movie than read the book. So we don't fight that. We give it to them in both a written format and a video format. The following day, we send them a 4.5-minute video. It's about the state of the economy, which today can best be described as a deep well of uncertainty. The recorded workshop and all the videos are compatible with all devices. Now it's time to start the sales process. You call the lead at the appointment time on your calendar. Now you're in the sales process with a pre-qualified lead. You use the call to complete a fact finder, or in some cases, you may be scheduling a face-to-face meeting. It depends how far out they are, entirely up to you. Now, I want to give you a sample of some of the information that the telemarketers developed and the information they provide you on the appointments that are booked on your calendar. So here's one. Top concern: 401k, 403b, TSP rollover. This individual is retired. They have an IRA for $500,000. They also have an inherited IRA. They have a TSP that has approximately $2 million. And their top concern is where to put the TSP, when to pull it out, and taxes concerning the TSP. Here's another one. Bill requests an appointment for Wednesday. He's 64, retired June 30. He's on disability. He and his wife have 3 IRAs, 1 401k, and stocks. They also have real estate. Total retirement wealth, $2.3 million. His concerns are the unstableness of the market due to COVID and how to make his money last. So there are a lot of advantages to telemarketing leads. There are some things, ladies and gentlemen, that can only be accomplished with human-to-human contact. And here's some of the information we develop on these leads. He has multiple IRAs, at least 20. Wow. Retirement wealth, $700,000. He also said he has a large annuity and some RMDs. He doesn't want to get burned or worry about taxes and penalties due to having so many accounts. Here's another one. 59 years old, retired early, caring for his mom, age 87, $400,000 in the 401k. She has concerns with removing money and the penalties, taxes that come with it. She's not sure she would just let it work or what is the best way. Here's another one. Traditional IRA, $500,000. Roth IRA, $275,000. She's concerned with triggering an increase in her Medicare premiums and or triggering taxes if she converts her $500,000 IRA to a Roth. And here's a fourth one. 59, wants to retire next year, has had different 401ks over the years and has rolled a lot into IRAs, tax deferred, wants to figure out how to keep tax at a minimum and still maximize income, 1.5 million total assets. Now, a little bit about what our advisors say. Mike said, I moved over 3.5 million in 30 days using the new sales process. Working with the RIA platform helped me close annuity cases that otherwise would not have closed. They got on the Zoom call, they moved the account and funded the annuity. This is one of the best lead programs available. Quality people producing quality leads, people to talk to that want education and help. All the people I work with in this program are a true blessing. Thank you for that, Mike. Here's one from Larry. I earned $104,000 in commissions in my first 90 days in the program. Here's one from Rick. As we approach the end of my second quarter with you folks, I wanted to express my appreciation for this opportunity and all the work that goes into the process. Here's another one. The meeting went well. He's a qualified prospect for sure. He read the book cover to cover and wants me to present some solutions for his IRA to avoid taxes until he reaches RMD age. This resulted in a $350,000 IRA rollover case. Here's another one. I thought it would be the end of this since he insisted on not getting direct help from me or any financial professional. Then he read the book cover to cover and reached out to me today to ask if I could come up with some solutions for him. This turned out to be a $450,000 Roth conversion case. So folks, we also provide you credibility and branding. We have a website, a Facebook page. You become part of an educational organization. It's called the American Network of Financial Education. And if you'd like to look at the website, just go to www.anofe.org. Members of this group are welcome to use this logo on your emails, business cards, website, letterheads, etc. We also have a website, and you'll notice our slogan is up there. Our strong belief in education and planning has been the foundation of our clients' success. If you scroll down on our website, it's going to have a section that says who we are. It discusses the challenge, the solutions that we've come up with, and the approach that we use in helping them get the most out of their qualified retirement accounts. So that's our website. There's more to it than that. You're welcome to have a look at it. We also have a Facebook page for increased credibility, and it's updated with financial articles monthly. As I mentioned earlier, we have a unique sales process and it is working. Our RIA firm will help you close the annuity sale. They'll get on the call or the Zoom meeting and literally help you close the sale. They move the money to their platform, then they have an allocation meeting with your client, and that's when they fund the annuity. Best of all, you get 100% of the annuity commission and no securities license is needed. Our registered investment advisor will handle all conversations, transfers, and asset allocations regarding securities. So, what makes us unique? Our leads are pre-qualified, 100% of them are telemarketed. And here's another example. Here's an individual, 65 years old, retiring at the end of August. They have 2 pensions, few different 401ks, 2 of which total $60,000. They have a rollover IRA for $700,000, a traditional IRA for $51,000, $10,000 in a Roth, total retirement wealth $830,000. Biggest concern is tax avoidance and setting up a trust to shelter from taxes for rollovers, and how much and where to put it, wants to avoid jumping up in taxes. So what makes us unique? Well, we have both a website and a Facebook page so that you have increased credibility, and it's all about the American Network of Financial Education. And again, if you want to have a look at the website, just go to ANOFE.org. This is all based on America's #1 IRA prospecting book. And not to be repetitive, but it's estimated that $700 billion will roll from plans to IRAs each year. Americans have over $38 trillion in retirement assets. We have 10,000 boomers facing rollover decisions every day. This is the book that converts IRA prospects into clients. This book is going to help your prospects understand why getting a second opinion from you can save them thousands in IRS penalties, prevent rapid taxation, reduce excessive fees and loads, and provide safety of principal. Also, the book Top 10 IRA Mistakes now can be customized with your photo, logo, and bio, contact information, and all that info printed right on the back cover, so it's really all about you. The complete IRA 401k rollover virtual system consists of targeted Facebook ads, and again, age 59 to 75. It's completely plug and play. The virtual workshop and all the consumer videos are pre-recorded. You simply enroll in the program and work the appointments that appear on your calendar. The virtual system develops leads 24/7. And as I said earlier, all leads are telemarketed and pre-qualified. And we also provide first call scripts, message scripts, and a complete sales process. So you have the option to buy leads, and I know many of you have done that. In today's marketplace, these leads, if they're appointments, they're going to cost $300 up to $450. And the problem is they're expensive, and oftentimes it's an empty lead. You also have the option, partner with us, and you can buy in on the goose that lays those golden eggs. And here's the fun part. It doesn't matter how many appointments you get on your calendar in a month. The price remains the same, and we're going to get to that in a moment. First, I want to talk about how we prepare your prospect. We have 6 touch points before your first phone appointment. Touch point number 1 is the Facebook ad with a free book offer. Touch point 2, the telemarketer call to develop the hot buttons, asset info, and schedule an appointment on your calendar. Touch point 3, at the point of telemarketing, we send them the pre-recorded workshop. Again, that's me walking them through the highlights of the book, Top 10 IRA Mistakes. It's approximately 25 minutes. The following day, we send them the State of the Economy video, which is approximately 4.5 minutes. And incidentally, stay on until the end because I'm going to give you the URLs that you need to watch both of those videos. The day before the appointment, they're going to receive an email reminder and they're going to get a text reminder 1 hour before the appointment. That's 6 touch points in all automated touch points before you call your lead. The average monthly results per advisor. I know this is important to you because after these webinars, this is the #1 question I get asked. On average, we develop 30 leads per advisor each month. Of those 30 leads, between 12 and 15 are scheduled appointments on your calendar. We are uncovering on average monthly $6 million of total assets. Now, if you were paying just $300 a lead, the cost would be $9,000 per month. That would be 30 leads times $300 equals 9,000. Our lead generation system, the virtual platform, is $3,500 per month, no matter how many appointments get put on your calendar. So now we're going to walk into lead generation system number 2. And folks, many of you have done this in the past, live and in-person workshops. So live workshops are back in many states. Prior to COVID, in March of 2020, our advisors conducted live in-person workshops. And they held them at libraries, community colleges, restaurants, hotels. We would send out 6,000 invitations. We average a 1% response rate. That means 60 attendees, approximately 30 buying units. And we had a technique of booking the appointments right at the workshop. On average, we booked 50% of the buying units right at the workshop. Now, the workshop, just like the virtual platform, is based on the best-selling book, Top 10 IRA Mistakes. Now, one of our agents results from 3 rounds of no-food workshops. He sold 8 annuity cases for $2.2 million of premium. What we provide, the complete IRA 401k rollover workshop, includes seminar invitations that work, a complete IRA 401k consumer PowerPoint, a workshop training video to help you get prepared. We have all the workshop handouts. And again, on average, we book 50% of the attendees at the event. And everything is Secure Act updated. So I want to go through the advantages of both programs. The advantage of the virtual appointment setting system, first of all, it's plug and play. You just work the leads that it generates when the appointments appear on your calendar. You can develop leads in a large area. You can use multi-state areas. As a matter of fact, the bigger area that you work, the more leads we will generate. The appointments are scheduled directly on your calendar. Now, there are also advantages to the live workshop. You start the relationship in person in front of a live audience. You're developing leads that are close to you, and the appointments are more likely to be handled face-to-face. Both programs work, but what makes us unique is we offer a choice. You decide what works best for your practice. So what makes us unique? We have 2 lead generation systems. We advertise for you on social media. You get telemarketed appointments on your calendar. Or you can do a live in-person consumer workshop, food or no food, that's entirely up to you. Both are based on the multi-trillion-dollar IRA rollover market. So the cost, now this is something else I get a call about after every one of these broadcasts. The virtual appointment setting system is $3,500 a month. It doesn't matter how many appointments you get, that price will not go up. And there's no minimum monthly commitment. You can pause if you need to or choose to. And incidentally, if you pay 3 months in advance, if you pay quarterly, you'll save $1,500. The live in-person workshops cost about the same. Today, it costs about $3,500 to send out 6,000 invitations. And on these invitations, you can offer 2 or 3 different dates on one invitation. And I want to point this out, whether you're doing the virtual system or live in-person workshops, one annuity sale of $50,000 pays for an entire month of marketing. So folks, there's over $700 billion in IRA rollovers projected this year. Over 50% of this is being done through financial professionals just like you. So if you're ready to take the next steps and position your practice in the fastest growing market in America, here they are. I recommend you Google American Network of Financial Education and find our Facebook page. You can check out the team website just by going to ANOFE.org. Also, feel free to call me direct. I will go over the details. My direct line is 214-705-0124. Or you can email me, david@irakeys.com, david@irakeys.com. Now, this is very important. If you want to watch the 2 pre-recorded consumer videos that we send out at the point of telemarketing, here are the URLs. For the 25-minute video where I'm walking them through the highlights of the book, go to bit.ly/ANOFE-video. And if you want to see the 4.5-minute State of the Economy video, it's the same URL. You just add the number 2 to the end. So that's bit.ly/ANOFE-video2. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this up for a while so you can get down the numbers, my email address, and these 2 URLs so that you can watch the consumer videos. I want to thank all of you for being on today, and I wish you all a very successful career. I look forward to hearing from you. This is David Royer. Thank you one more time.